In the heart of Brazil's sprawling favelas, where poverty and adversity prevail, a unique phenomenon is born. And another one. And another one. I could go on all day. Amidst the narrow alleyways and makeshift homes, a breed of extraordinary athletes emerge. In the face of limited resources, they transform rundown corners into their personal arenas, honing agility and adaptability on the most uneven terrain. Self-taught masters of the game, they learn through trial and error, emulating their idols with unparalleled creativity. But it's not just their skills that set them apart. It's the unbreakable spirit of camaraderie and community which fuels their rise. For these players, football isn't just a game. It's their ticket out of poverty, their chance to provide for their families, and their pursuits of a better future. From the depths of adversity to the pinnacle of success, the favela athletes stand as a testament to the unshakable human spirit. And it's these favela athletes that have propelled Brazil to the pinnacle of football. Astonishingly, while favelas are home to only 6% of Brazilians, almost half of Brazil's 2022 World Cup squad hail from these vibrant communities. But how do they do it? The favelas aren't the only poor area in the world, right? Today, we'll explore the key reasons why the favelas have propelled Brazil to the top of the footballing universe, and what better way to start than with the daily challenges that these young Brazilians face. Life in the favelas is alien to almost all of us in the West. Violence, drugs, disease, lack of sanitation, you name a problem, they've probably experienced it. Yet, amidst these immense struggles, there is a glimmer of hope. As we all know, there's no growth without some degree of hardship, and rock bottom provides a solid foundation upon which favela kids, also known as the favelados, can build. Adversity in their daily lives fuel a deep passion for football and a hunger for success that burns within the hearts of the people. Football becomes more than just a game, it becomes a lifestyle, a religion. From a young age, favelados immerse themselves in the sport, dedicating hours upon hours to honing their skills and pursuing their dreams. In fact, you'd be surprised how many 5-year-old Brazilian kids have a better touch than me and you. In addition, the lack of resources sparks creativity as individuals search for innovative solutions to play the game they love. Whether it's using makeshift balls or transforming improvised spaces into their playground, favelados think outside the box, hence gaining a significant competitive advantage. But we'll dive deeper into this aspect a little later on. So, while it's their individual resilience that instills a strong drive and passion within favelados, it's their sense of unity and community that really propels them to the next level. In these vibrant communities, football is more than a game. It's a way of life. But it wasn't always this way. When the English first brought football to Brazil in 1894, the sport carried with it both elitist and racist undertones. Considering that the majority of the Brazilian population was mixed race, illiterate, and low income, they were excluded from the sport altogether. As a result, the first established football club in Brazil had racial and income restrictions. If you weren't white and of high income, then forget about it, there was no entry. So, what did these excluded individuals do? Well, they relied on their creativity and resourcefulness in order to claim their place in the sport. They took it upon themselves to play impromptu pickup matches wherever they could find space, whether it was on the bustling streets of the sandy beaches, it didn't matter. If they had anything that resembled a ball, they would play. These grassroots matches became the birthplace of a new era where football was embraced by the marginalized communities, transcending both social and economic barriers. Since then, it's been cherished and passed down through the generations, weaving its way from the lower-class populations of Brazil in the late 1800s to the modern-day favela communities. In fact, you could take a trip to Rio today and you'd see this legacy firsthand. In a world where technology has taken center stage, captivating the attention of children seemingly everywhere, the favela community still seems very deep-rooted in preserving their passion for the game. Now, let me ask you a question. Back when you were young, filled with hope and aspirations, did you ever find yourself aching to pursue your dream of becoming a professional footballer? But then, like a gust of wind, your parents shot down your dreams, urging you to take the safer bet of becoming a doctor or a lawyer. It's a tale that many of us can relate to. But here's where the story takes a compelling twist. In the favelas, these dreams aren't just distant fantasies. They're a lifeline for many young kids who don't even have the luxury of that so-called safer bet. For them, football becomes the ultimate one-way ticket out of poverty, paving the path to a lavish lifestyle that they've seen so many of their idols walk down before. Indeed, The inspiration drawn from their idols like Ronaldo and Pele plays a significant role in the aspirations of these young kids. For years on end, they have watched in awe as these football legends showcase their skills on the grandest of stages. And best of all, their journeys resonate deeply with these aspiring players due to the shared path that they themselves once walked. I mean, it's evident. As these young kids lace up their boots and step onto the pitch, they carry the inspiration of their idols with them. Every time you see a young Brazilian winger storming down the wing, turning his defender inside out and performing the most obscure of skills, you can't help but see flashes of Neymar and Vinicius Jr. within them. These flicks, tricks, and mesmerizing skills that they try to replicate are a testament to the impact that these icons have on their lives. But how do these young players acquire these skills in the first place? Well, the answer can be broken down into three key factors. Firstly, the environment in which they hone their skills plays a key role. The unconventional surfaces of the rough streets and the sandy beaches, where they often play barefoot by the way, becomes their playground. Navigating through the maze of uneven terrains, crowded space, tight areas, and unexpected obstacles becomes second nature to them. Every bump and dip becomes an opportunity to fine-tune their ball control. These challenges cultivate a wide array of skills. Balance and stability are improved, and improvisation and adaptability become natural. So imagine when these players get the chance to step foot on a real pitch with proper boots on their feet. Indeed, it's no coincidence that boxers seek out the harshest of environments to train their bodies, minds, and skills. Naturally, preparing in grueling conditions makes it easier when they step into the cool, well-ventilated embrace of the boxing ring. But it doesn't stop there. The prominence of futsal in Brazil has been a key element as to why Brazilian players display so much flair and are so skillful. Street football has also been known to bring great talents into the footballing world. Futsal, which is a form of street football, has been predominant in Brazil for ages. With 5 players per team, this game forces players to think and play fast. Pelé once said that futsal makes it easier when Brazilians later switched to playing football. Neymar, a futsal fanatic, also attributed most of his footballing success to futsal because it rewarded dribbling, explosive movement, and embraced the creative footballing spirit which is evidently seen on most Brazilians. Even though the cult of the mythic street footballers may be exaggerated, there's no denying the hunger and talent of Brazilian street footballers. Giving out gold stars for participation is all very well, but Brazilian footballers are forged in the white-hot heat of competition. This starts out with competition in the streets. For many, football represents a way out of poverty or the favelas. This competitive drive continues into Brazil's fierce club rivalries and combative derbies like the Paulista, the Grenal, or the Derby of Millions. Big money moves to foreign clubs rely on a player standing out from the talented crowd. Brazil's international team always has to contend with traditional rivals, Argentina and Uruguay, and go into games knowing that everyone wants to claim their scalp. The Samba Boys may be synonymous with skills and beautiful football, but it's easy to forget the competitive culture that they come from. Whether they're plying their trade in Europe, China, or South America, you can bet that they had to work their ass off to get there. You can't underestimate the importance of coming from a tradition of winning. Success inevitably breeds success. Brazilians grew up watching superstars wear the jersey, and expectations are always high. The fans expect their team to win and to look good doing it. Parking the bus in Brazil is the closest thing you can get to footballing treason. The entire nation is invested in this culture of winning, but also in being the best that they can be. Perhaps that's what sets them apart. It's hard to definitively say what makes Brazil so good at football. It's probably a combination of all of the above factors and a dash of the secret samba sauce that keeps producing successive generations of great footballers. Perhaps the only way to know for sure is to ask Pelé himself, who before his sad demise said, "Football in Argentina is a matter of life, but football in Brazil is a matter of life and death."